You get your 8 hours of sleep. You're drinking water. You even cut back on coffee. So why does it still feel like you're wading through concrete every single afternoon? You blame work, stress, or just the reality of being an adult. But what if the real problem isn't the big things you're already focused on? What if your energy is being silently siphoned away by tiny, hidden habits you don't even realize you have? Introduction. Look, this isn't another video just telling you to get more sleep. This is for those of you who are doing everything right on the surface but are still exhausted. The problem isn't how much effort you're putting in, it's where you're putting it. Today, we're exposing 10 of the most common, yet overlooked, daily habits that are secretly sabotaging your energy. We'll get into the science of why they drain you and give you simple, smart fixes to reclaim your vitality for good. We're not talking about massive life overhauls here. We're talking about small hinges that swing very big doors. Section 1. The Morning Traps. The first habit that's crushing your energy happens before you've even had your first sip of coffee. It's habit number 1. Your relaxing morning phone scroll. The alarm goes off, and the first thing you do is reach for your phone. You think you're easing into the day, but you're actually hijacking your brain's natural wake-up protocol. When you wake up, your body kicks off a cortisol awakening response, a healthy, natural spike in cortisol designed to make you feel alert. But when you immediately flood your brain with notifications, news, and social media drama, you shock your system into a reactive, fight-or-flight state. You start your day on defense instead of offense. This blunts your natural energy peak and replaces it with anxious, scattered energy. The fix is to give yourself a no phone for the first 30 minutes rule. Instead of scrolling, do something physical. Stretch, grab a glass of water, or just look out a window. This lets your brain do its thing, preserving your mental energy for what actually matters. This leads us right into habit number 2, hiding from the sun. For basically all of human history, the sun was our natural alarm clock. Today, we wake up in pitch-black rooms and flip on artificial lights. By avoiding morning sunlight, you're failing to give your body's master clock the most powerful go signal there is. Getting direct sunlight in your eyes within the first hour of waking sets off a chain reaction. It tells your brain to shut down the sleep hormone melatonin and provides a healthy dose of cortisol to get you going. This simple act calibrates your internal 24-hour clock, your circadian rhythm, which not only wakes you up but helps you sleep better that night. The fix is incredibly simple. Get outside for 10 to 20 minutes within an hour of waking up. And try not to wear sunglasses, unless you have particularly sensitive eyes or a condition that requires them. You don't have to stare into the sun. Just let the ambient light do its work. It's the strongest signal you can send your brain that the day has officially begun. Now, what about that coffee? This brings us to habit number 3. Drinking coffee at the wrong time. If coffee is the very first thing you drink in the morning, you're setting yourself up for an energy crash. Remember that natural cortisol spike? It peaks about 30 to 45 minutes after you wake up, and it's your body's own potent, built-in stimulant. When you pour caffeine on top of that peak, you're not really getting much extra bang for your buck. You're mainly just building up your tolerance faster, meaning you'll need more coffee to get the same feeling. Even more importantly, your body works all night to clear out a molecule called adenosine, which creates sleep pressure. Drinking coffee right away interferes with that cleanup process. The smart move is to delay that first cup of coffee for 90 to 120 minutes after waking. This lets your natural cortisol do its job and gives your body time to clear out leftover adenosine. When you finally do have that coffee, it will be way more effective, giving you sustained energy instead of a short jolt followed by a hard crash. Section 2. The Daytime Drains. As you get into your workday, you might run into habit number 4. Running on empty hydration. You know you should drink more water, but this goes way beyond just feeling thirsty. Even mild dehydration can actually make your blood thicker, which forces your heart to pump harder to move it around your body. That extra work is a huge, pointless energy drain. Your metabolism slows down, and the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your brain gets sluggish, leaving you feeling foggy and tired. The solution is to front-load your hydration. You wake up naturally dehydrated. So, before you even think about coffee, drink 16 to 32 ounces. That's about half a liter to a full liter of water. To give it a boost, add a tiny pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon to help your body absorb the electrolytes. Of course, if you have high blood pressure or kidney issues, you may want to skip the salt. Starting your day fully hydrated sets your entire system up for success. Next up is a habit that almost all of us have. Habit number 5. Sitting for too long. Our bodies were built to move. When you sit still for more than about 90 minutes, blood flow to your brain actually decreases, your metabolism slows to a crawl, and your muscles go into low power mode. That stuck or foggy feeling you get in the middle of a long work session. That's your body screaming for a little bit of movement. Sitting is a silent energy thief. The fix isn't running a 5K on your lunch break. It's practicing movement snacking. Set a timer for 60 or 90 minutes. When it dings, just stand up for 2 to 5 minutes. Do a few air squats, walk around the room, stretch your arms up high. This tiny break is enough to get your blood flowing again, wake up your muscles, and send a fresh wave of oxygen to your brain, giving you a serious energy and focus boost. And what about lunch? That brings us to habit number 6. Eating naked carbs. That 2 p.m. feeling where you trade your left shoe for a nap? It's often a direct result of your lunch. When you eat a meal full of simple or refined carbs by themselves, think a big bowl of pasta, a bagel, or a sugary snack, you send your blood sugar on a rocket ship to the moon. Your body panics and releases a flood of insulin to deal with all that sugar, which leads to the inevitable and brutal crash, leaving you groggy, irritable, and completely out of gas. The solution is to never let your carbs go out naked. Always dress them with protein, healthy fat, and fiber. These 3 things slow down how quickly you digest the carbs, which prevents that massive blood sugar spike and gives you a stable, sustained release of energy instead. So, instead of just a plain croissant, have an omelet with a side of whole grain toast and avocado. That simple shift can completely eliminate that afternoon slump. Alright, if you're having some aha moments and seeing how these little habits connect, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. And if you want more deep dives into the science of human performance, make sure to subscribe to BioOptimize Lab. It genuinely helps the channel out a ton. Section 3. The afternoon and evening saboteurs. You survived the afternoon slump, but now let's talk about a habit that drains your energy all day long without you even knowing it. Habit number 7. Shallow, unconscious breathing. When you're focused or stressed, you probably don't notice that your breathing changes. It becomes shallow, rapid, and stays up in your chest. This is basically a low-grade, chronic fight or flight response. This type of breathing keeps your nervous system on high alert, which is incredibly draining. It also limits oxygen exchange, and over time, some of the tiny air sacs in your lungs, called alveoli, can actually collapse, increasing CO2 in your system and making you feel agitated. The solution is a powerful tool you can use anywhere, anytime. The physiological sigh. A study from Stanford found this is one of the fastest ways to calm your nervous system down. It's a double inhale through your nose, 1 big breath in, then another short sniff at the top to fully inflate your lungs, followed by a long, slow exhale through your mouth. Doing this just 1 to 3 times reinflates those tiny air sacs, dumps carbon dioxide, and signals your nervous system to switch from freak-out mode to rest and digest mode, instantly conserving your energy. As the day ends, we run into habit number 8. Evening blue light. I know, you've heard this one before, but its impact is so huge it has to be on this list. Your brain figures out when to release the sleep hormone melatonin based on light. The blue light blasting from your phone, tablet, and TV is exceptionally good at tricking your brain into thinking it's still noon. Getting hit with blue light in the 2 to 3 hours before bed can crush your melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and wrecking the quality of the sleep you do get. You might be in bed for 8 hours, but they won't be truly restorative. The fix is simple. 2 to 3 hours before you want to be asleep, dim the lights in your house and, ideally, get off the screens. If that's just not going to happen, invest in a pair of blue light blocking glasses or at least turn on the nighttime mode on all your devices. This simple shield protects your melatonin, helping you fall asleep faster and get the deep, energizing sleep you need. This leads to one of the most relatable and destructive modern habits. Habit number 9. Revenge bedtime procrastination. The day's over, work is done, the house is quiet. You're finally free. But instead of sleeping, you stay up for hours scrolling, binging one more episode, or just soaking up the silence. This is revenge bedtime procrastination. You're sacrificing sleep to reclaim a sense of personal time you feel you were robbed of during the day. It feels like a win in the moment, but you're just stealing energy and productivity from your future self, which guarantees you'll feel just as drained and out of control tomorrow, perpetuating the exact cycle you're trying to escape. The solution is to reframe your evening. Instead of seeing sleep as the enemy of your free time, intentionally schedule a wind-down period as a non-negotiable activity you can look forward to. Read a real book, listen to a relaxing podcast, take a warm bath, or do some journaling. By consciously claiming this me time before your bedtime, you satisfy that need for freedom without taking revenge on your own well-being. Finally, we have habit number 10, the healthy diet that's actually tiring you out. You can eat healthy and still feel completely exhausted if you're low on key micronutrients. Deficiencies in things like iron, magnesium, and vitamin B12 are incredibly common and are a top cause of unexplained fatigue. Think of it this way. Iron is essential for carrying oxygen to your cells so they can make energy. Magnesium is like the spark plug for over 300 processes in your body, including energy production. And B12 is vital for making red blood cells and keeping your nervous system healthy. A shortage in any of these can show up as weakness, brain fog, and that constant feeling of being drained. The solution is to get specific with your nutrition. Make sure you're eating iron-rich foods like spinach and lean red meat. Get your magnesium from nuts, seeds, and leafy greens. And if you're vegetarian or vegan, you have to be mindful of B12 since it's almost exclusively in animal products. So you should seriously consider supplementation. Asking your doctor for a simple blood test to check these levels can be one of the most powerful things you do to solve your fatigue for good. So, that's it. 10 hidden habits that might be holding your energy hostage. From the morning phone scroll and hiding from the sun, to mistimed coffee, naked carbs, shallow breathing, blue light at night, and that sneaky revenge bedtime procrastination. But don't get overwhelmed. Please do not try to fix all of these at once. That's a recipe for failure. The key is to start small. Just pick one. Which of these habits made you say, "Oh, that's totally me"? Start with that one. Focus on it for a week. Once it feels natural, add another. These small, consistent changes are how you build a life filled with energy. Let me know in the comments which habit you're going to tackle first. I'd love to hear about it. And if you want to keep exploring the science of feeling your best, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.